Hey guys, Keith at the Ashland Fly Shop here. We got our simple Mayfly kit that's got everything in here that you need to tie a dozen flies. If you keep watching till the end of the video, we'll do some flies with different wing styles and that sort of thing. I hope you enjoy. So here we go. We've got a number 12 dry fly hook in the vise. So we're going to tie what we call a simple Mayfly. I'm going to go ahead and start our thread. Cut off the back end there. And just call on back a ways. Now we're using little Mayfly tails for this. I like them because they're nice and stiff. They kind of hold up to some abuse and they hold the fly out of the water a little bit. You can use dry fly hackle if you want, the old school way. I just happen to be doing this because it's a little simpler. So we're gonna, take a few of these, cut them off. Size them up a little bit to our hook till they feel right to us. You don't want them too long, you don't want them too short. Kind of pinch them down, bring that thread around and pull straight up. Do that again, a little further up the hook, and then kind of just hold these tails in place and wrap backwards to keep all that on the top of the hook. Nice and clean and in place. Now we're just going to cut off this extra right there. Now comes the fun part, dubbing. This doesn't have to be that hard. People make it a lot harder on themselves than they have to. We're going to put the dubbing on, but this is about 3 times too much. So if we start with just a little bit, you'll be much happier. So I put it on the thread and just twist a little bit to get it to kind of catch on the thread. Wrap over a couple of times. Now we're going to come back and grab the rest of that dubbing and just gently twist it and bring it around, creating that body. We want it to gently taper forward, taper up. And right about there is where we want to be. You can see that didn't take a lot of dubbing at all. Now for this, we're going to be using a white poly post wing. It's just a poly yarn. You can use any poly yarn you want for this. We're going to cut off about 1 inch of it, anywhere. And we're going to just kind of set it on the hook and pinch it down. Come over the top. Over the top and just kind of pinch it on. Now you can see it's a little sideways, so what I'm going to do is just pull it back so it's on top of the fly. I wrap a few times right there and get it nice and tight. Pick up the top, wrap a few times in front of it to kind of hold it up. Cut off the very back of this now. Couple more steps and you're done. We're going to use a grizzly dry fly hackle on this. Strip the little tip so you got about 1/4 inch sitting out there. And I like to kind of poke it through the yarn a little bit. Tie it in. Pull back your yarn. Tie down that other little tip. And then just gently wrap. 2, 3. Pull back the wing. 1, 2. Now what we want to do is we want to bring both of these up at the same time with the thread behind the hackle and just kind of bring it over the top and then do that again. Making sure you're not catching all those little hackle fibers. Then I like to bring my thread up, pull everything back and get a few wraps right there on the front of the head just to make sure that hackle's being held in place, and cut off the extra. Put a couple half hitches right there just to make sure it holds. Bring up my thread, pull all that back, wrap a nice little clean head on there. few more half hitches. Go ahead and cut that off right there. And I'm just going to cut this poly wing. And I like the wing to stick up a little bit more, you know, just about a third more than the hackle, so you can kind of see it and it looks a little bit more like a wing. Get rid of the little stragglers. Put some glue on that right there and you're done. Go fish it.